Shalom, this is Shar Basharala, Alliance in Camp. And first and foremost, I'd like to praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true Hebrew tongue. Call Lam La, Yah Bashim Ashai, Bashim Harakak Kodash Ma'amah. Also, those are elders, Apostle GMS, and them Basamad as well, or Haram Basharala. Peace and blessing 1/3. Salutations to for elect. It's gonna be a quick little spiritualization. It's going on 2nd Chronicles, verse 20. And this is when the Lord, smited the armies of Moab, Ammon, and Idumea, So just going on that and how the Lord can do the same thing for our people. He not only from the smite, Ammon, Moab, excuse me, of course, mostly, Esau. But Ishmael, Ham, all the nations. I can name them all down. But that's the Lord from the smite, Cush, Magog, and that's what the Lord from do for his children ultimately, the ones that he set up in the first place, his peculiar people, his children, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the so-called, I already said it, yeah, but which they are the true Israelites of the Bible. Going back through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you also got the speckled birds as well, like these Filipinos or like Sicilians, or some of these Irish. So you got all these speckled birds, and our people across the four winds, and our people in this world is thinking that we just living, and that we're right here. We've been enslaved for 500 years now. We just live in some of these places on earth. They just abolished lynching, or they just got out of slavery like 50 years ago, or just got their quote unquote rights, 40, 20 years ago. So you have that, and you have, Haiti, they got out of slavery pretty late. They got quote unquote rights late, but on top of that, they had Esau on horses, hunting them down and everything, like on some, slavery jump. Like, of course, we are still enslaved, but we're not hardcore bondage slavery. The only hardcore thing is that the situation that our people are living on a day to day. Like, you have people that's on the projects, in the hood, that they first thing when they had, as a young boy, they think as a they think I should kill one of my brothers. I should want to do all these other miscellaneous hoodlum things, these criminal acts. This is what our people believe is cool. That's something that should be accepted in society. When it's just foolishness. It's not something that should be done. But ultimately, going back to the lesson, all the atrocities that these heathens have done, having their hand on us, having us in hardcore bondage slavery these past 500 years, going on 500, because we still in slavery. We still have people across the four winds that actually might be in slavery. You got people there's a movie about that, like the girl was still in slavery like 1970s or something like that. So you have stuff like that. You still be in slavery in the 60s, Who care about slaves in Mississippi? That's Mississippi, they still a light downtown, sundown town, So, but this is 2nd Chronicles chapter 20 verse 7. Art thou not our God who didst drive out the inhabitants of this land before thy people Israel, and gave it to the seed of Abraham thy friend forever, and they dwelt therein, and have built the sanctuary therein for thy name, saying, if when evil cometh upon us as a sword, judgment, or pestilence, or famine, we stand before this house in thy presence, for thy name is in the house, and I cry to thee in our affliction, then thou wilt hear our help. So ultimately, I'm gonna read verse 7. Art thou not our God, our power, who did drive out the inhabitants of this land before thy Israel, and gave it to the seed of Abraham? He set up Abraham, Isaac, and of course Jacob later to be the seed of Israel ultimately. Jacob having the 12 tribes of Israel. Later Jacob name being changed to Israel. So and the Lord set up that, and they dwelt therein, and have built the sanctuary therein for thy name, saying, if when evil cometh upon us as the sword, you know, pestilence and judgment and famine, or it's like a sword, judgment, or pestilence or famine, we stand before this house. This house, this spiritual house, not the physical house that these churches try to build, not these synagogues that Esau built or something like that in Israel or something. But a spiritual house, of course, the name of Yahweh Shemashah being that strong tower, that ultimate refuge, is something that cannot be broken, a shield and a sword for everything, something that cannot be broken. The understanding, the wisdom of Yahweh Shemashah is even, even the dumbest things of Yahweh Shemashah is the most smarter things to anybody outside of himself, But this is I'm just going into the Lord smiting these heathens for us, and mostly going on this, if when evil cometh, judgment, pestilence, or famine, we stand before this house, So ultimately, that's what you should want to do. You should want to stand upon the name boldly, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai. You're supposed to stand upon his name, And of course, you have in these times, you are crying out for help. We are crying for the affliction, the tribulation that we have going on throughout the four corners, especially in Babylon, Just only because of the confusion, to think that we're free, but we're not, you know. And thou wilt hear and help. So that's ultimately what the Lord did. He destroyed these armies. He destroyed Moab, Ammon, and Idumea. He gonna do it again. He gonna destroy all these nations that's on the side at least, and then bring them back. They gonna go right back to hardcore bondage slavery for 1,000 years. And of course, after 1,000 years, Esau gonna be eradicated, and you're gonna have these nations being under rule of Yahweh Shemashah, praising Yahweh Shemashah. You're gonna have Moab, praising the name of Yahweh Shemashah, But that's what the Lord did for his children back then. He gonna do it again, and bring peace to this place once again. Of course, destroy this place, through destruction, sure destruction, 200 million ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. But of course, after that, after this place is destroyed, of course, a lot of things have to go through: race wars, Jacob's trouble, the MOTB. But ultimately, that ultimate reward is being up in them chariots. Seeing this place being in a lake of fire. Everything to being destroyed and destitute. Ultimately, but at the end of it, as the elect, Yahweh Zalma, that number, you wake up, come from this dream, this life, with a sword in your hand, ready to exact judgment on these heathens. So that's the end there, that's the end. Gonna be in this place. It's also gonna be the beginning of real peace and judgment and fun and everything. Not fun as in folly, but peace. Ultimately, what life was ultimately supposed to be in the first part. The Lord set up this whole story. It's already been played out. Honestly, we're just living through it right now, and this place is going to be destroyed. We're gonna have 2/3 of people going to be destroyed on this side, but be brought back to the seed. We have 1/3 of people, and as well as the elect men is going to be governed the new kingdom of Yasharallah, Yasharallah as well, Jerusalem, and Yasharallah, he's the Prince of Power. So this is ultimately what's going to happen to these nations right now on this side. The Lord going to destroy this place in these nations, But that was a lesson. Spiritual hydration was edifying. With that, I want to say Shalom.